clap of you. Good morning, church. My name is Ife Newton, and this morning I'm talking about love. But before I talk about love, I just want you to look at your neighbor by the right and by the left and ask a question. Please don't answer the question. You will answer the question at the end of the love talk. Do you love me? Ask your neighbor. Ask the neighbor to the right and to the left. You know, you see the way you are laughing, and you see the way you are giving. It's a very sensitive question, and it's a very crucial question. These questions that husbands and wives ask themselves. Mothers expect their children to love, their father expects their children to love them, the children also expect their parents to love them. Siblings expect each other to love each other. Now, I'm going to tell you a short story before we dive into what love is. And that short story is about a young girl in a secondary school. You know how when you're in SS3, everybody's vying for the post of the head girl, prefect, and all of that. So everybody was defending themselves and all. Just to summarize the story, she was made the deputy head girl as assistant to the main head girl. But you know, there was so much expectations on the girl because people were expecting the girl to win that position as the head girl. Even the mom was expecting that she would be the head girl because the girl is brilliant, the girl is pretty, she's confident and all of that. But the other girl who made it as the head girl was not really too loved. You know, like Leah and Rachel's story now. People love Rachel, you don't love Leah, but God's favor somehow fell on Leah, and Leah became, you know, the first bride of Jacob. So, to cut a long story short, the daughter was the assistant head girl. So every day when she comes home, because she was a day student, every day when she comes home, the mom keeps nagging at her, saying terrible things to her, how she didn't make it to be the head girl, how she's not serious and all of that. A lot of complaints. And when the girl comes to school and sees the head girl, she feels less of herself and also feels like she's not loved, she's not up to, you know, they say second position in any competition is like the third position is better than the second position, because second position is like you almost hit first, but you did not. So people who make it to second are always not happy. So she was depressed. It's a shocking news that secondary school students get depressed. They get depressed. Children get depressed these days just because of words that we speak to them and the attitudes and actions that we portray before them. So somehow the girl was so depressed in school, and then she went back home and committed suicide. Yes, she committed suicide. The mom is a very busy woman, a single mom. She had younger ones, but she discovered that the mom was putting more affection on the younger ones and was always hitting her with you didn't make it to first to head girl, you didn't do this one and that one. So she wrote a note beside her home wedding. So to cut long story short, when the mom came back, knocked the door at her to start another nagging now. she saw a dead body and then saw the note. Now that brings me to my topic, because in that note, she said to her mom that she really loved her mom. Yes, and she was doing everything to make her mom proud. But the mom was never really showing back the love and never told her that she loved her. Yes, so at the end of it, she wrote, "I love you, Mom." For the first time in the history of the mother's life, she was holding her cold-blooded daughter. How would I like it? I was saying, "I love you, calling the girl's name." When the girl is already dead, you are telling the person that you love person when she was alive, that you should have encouraged her, support her. Head girl is the least position you can ever have in life. Like, head girl is just like, it's not a big deal. I was in school, they approached me and said, we want you to be this, and I said, I don't know, I was not any head girl. In fact, I said I was even so-called head girl, don't know where she is today. Head girl is not the pinnacle of, so there's so much to life, that some small things. So this morning I want to talk about love, so that you can look inward and see if you really love yourself, first of all, and if you really love the neighbor beside you, if you love your brother, your sister, your children, and how the words that you say to them, your pastor, your people that are working for you, your maid, So let's talk about love. What is love? According to dictionary, love is an intense feeling of deep affection. In Urban Dictionary, it defines love as the act of caring and giving to someone else. We don't have one specific definition for love. So you can define love in different ways. And God has given us an example in John 3:16. It says, let's recite it together. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever. Okay. So God in his infinite mercy showed us love, and he gave his only. How many of us can actually do that if you were God tomorrow morning? Give your only Son. I woke up, when I got home yesterday, I received saddest news. I don't know if you know him, about Wigwe. He died with his only son. How many of us can give? That was a big deal because I'm related to the family. I saw the dad and mom in the wedding we attended recently. And those who are elderly, their son is gone. How many of us, if God has come and said, give me your son and your grandson, will you say, take? It's a very deep question. That's why I asked you to ask your neighbor, do you love me? Because some of us will just say you love your neighbor as you love yourself. First of all, ask yourself, do you love yourself? Your spouse. Because some men, they will say, after I'm doing everything for you, so must I tell you that, my brother, help me tell your wife that you love your wife, and you must really mean it. And my sister, help me tell your husband that you actually love your husband. See, that they are running. Please let them from them. Please, let them from them. It's very critical. Tell your children when they wake up in the morning that you love them. No matter how old they are, tell them that you love them. And children, please help me tell your parents that you love them. Even when they fail. In fact, when people fail, I think that's the best time to tell them that you love them. Support them. Because failure is not the end of the world. Failure, I receive that a lot because I'm a physics teacher, and a lot of students come to me every day like, what is happening? Tell them, even when they fail, that you love them and that they can make it. Many of the success stories you have heard today are from people who failed. We know that are from people who failed. And let me just quickly move to types of love. We have different kinds of love. Because when you say, do you love me now? Some people are thinking of one type of love. That's what I'm talking about. We have different types of love. Number one is the filial love, which means affectionate love. Number two, we have the pragma love, which talks about the enduring love, the love that lasts forever. Enduring, that even when you are in pain, that person is still there. Number three, we have another love which is called storge, S-T-O-R-G-E. The storge love, the familiar love of family, your mom and your baby, dad and children, and so on and so forth. Number four, we have the eros love, the romantic love. That's the basic. They don't hear love like this. It's romantic. Nobody's thinking about the philia, the storge, the needles, and so on. So romantic love is the affection between a guy and a lady that's interested in themselves. So you know it better than me. Number 5, we have the ludus love, which is playful love. Playful love. Then number 6, we have the mania love, which is obsessive. Obsessive. And then 7, we have the filial love, which is self-love. That people are always saying, love yourself, self-love, love yourself. Truly, you need to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, I wish that girl that died loved herself. She loved herself. She wouldn't care. Like, who cares? If you care, you don't. I don't care really. I personally have that self-love. Like, I don't care whether you love me, you say you love me, you do anything for me. Who cares? But you know, most people don't have self-love, and I think we should start cultivating self-love. Like, take care of yourself, love yourself, even when you fail. Still, like, tell yourself that you love yourself. Please, can we tell ourselves, I love me. I love me. I love you. I love you. Even in my failures, I love you. In my success, I love myself. And I also know that God loves me. Tell yourself that God loves you. God loves you. So the final one is number 8, which is agape love, which, you know, that's like the height of all the loves. And that's why the Bible tells us that God is love, which is, that love is selfless, it's sacrificial. And that's why I said we should recite the memory verse, which is John 3:16, that talks about God giving us His Son, you know, to die for us. That's sacrificial. Nobody can give you their son. For what? Like, for how? My only son. You won't. You know what? God in His infinite mercy gave us that one. I believe and I pray that God will continue to help us to understand the meaning of love and to be able to show love to every other person around us. So now, tell your people, I love you. The name on your right and the name on your left. You should know the love that we're talking about. Yeah. I love you this morning. Thank you very much. Can we clap for ourselves?